U.S. Storm Center is tracking a major tornado outbreak unfolding today across a large portion of the Midwest and the Mississippi Valley. Conditions are coming together rapidly, and this has the potential to be one of the more dangerous severe weather days we've seen this season. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued an enhanced risk, that's a level 3 out of 5, covering central and southern Illinois, much of eastern and central Missouri, and stretching as far south as northwestern Tennessee. A slight risk extends from southern Wisconsin all the way down to Memphis and Nashville, with a broader marginal risk reaching from western Wisconsin into central Mississippi. A moderate risk upgrade is still on the table for later today. Much depends on how quickly the morning storms clear out. If the atmosphere can recover in time, conditions will be extremely favorable for dangerous and long-track tornadoes. The most serious threat is the potential for violent, EF3 or stronger tornadoes. The areas near St. Louis and Springfield, Illinois carry the highest concern today. If you live in those areas, you need to have your tornado action plan ready before storms arrive, not after. What makes today's setup so dangerous is the combination of extreme atmospheric instability and strong wind shear. Significant tornado parameter values are exceeding 5 across a wide area stretching from Texas all the way into Illinois. Those are very high numbers. They indicate a highly favorable environment for significant tornado development across a large region. Supercells are expected to fire up across the area this afternoon. Some of these storms will be capable of producing large, rain-wrapped tornadoes that can be difficult to see, especially as visibility drops later in the evening. This is not a day to wait and see. It's a day to be prepared well in advance. Beyond tornadoes, damaging winds are a major concern. There is a 45% probability of damaging winds within a 25-mile radius of Springfield, Illinois, St. Louis, and Mayfield, Kentucky. Further out, scattered to numerous damaging wind reports are expected from central Wisconsin all the way down to Little Rock, Arkansas. When the storms eventually consolidate into a line, wind gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour will be possible across a very wide area. Large to very large hail is also expected today. Some supercells could produce hailstones up to 3 inches in diameter, roughly the size of an apple. Areas near Springfield, Des Moines, Little Rock, and Memphis face the greatest hail threat. If you have vehicles parked outside, move them to covered shelter before storms arrive. Today's peak tornado threat runs from 2 in the afternoon through 10 in the evening, although some activity could begin around midday and, honestly, continue past midnight. The threat is expected to drop off significantly after 2 in the morning, but a long night of severe weather is ahead for many communities. Storms are already ongoing this morning across parts of Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky. As those morning storms clear, the atmosphere will destabilize rapidly heading into the afternoon, allowing the next round of storms to become much more organized and dangerous. By early to mid-afternoon, severe weather will begin ramping up significantly. Supercells are expected to develop across Kentucky and Tennessee, with additional development spreading across the region. The window between 3 and 5 in the afternoon is particularly concerning, as numerous supercells are forecast to be active simultaneously, some capable of producing strong, long-track tornadoes. Around 6 in the evening, storms near St. Louis and surrounding areas will begin merging into a squall line. As that happens, the tornado threat will gradually shift toward a widespread damaging wind threat, though embedded tornadoes will still be possible within the line. During the evening hours, additional storm development is possible across Arkansas, bringing all severe hazards to that area. Severe weather will continue overnight across Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mississippi, primarily in the form of damaging, straight-line winds with a few embedded tornadoes possible. A 5% hatch tornado probability may expand into the Little Rock, Arkansas area as the event evolves. U.S. Storm Center will be monitoring for any risk upgrades from the Storm Prediction Center throughout the day. If you are in any of the risk areas today, especially central and southern Illinois, eastern Missouri, or western Kentucky and Tennessee, now is the time to act. Know where your safe shelter is. That means an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows. Have multiple ways to receive warnings: a weather radio, a reliable weather app, and local alerts on your phone. Do not rely on sirens alone. Looking ahead to Tuesday, severe weather is not over. Storms will continue across the lower Mississippi Valley and into the southern plains. All hazards remain possible from the Dallas and San Antonio area up through Nashville and Knoxville. The primary threat on Tuesday will be damaging winds in the 60 to 70 mile per hour range, along with large hail from early supercell development. A few tornadoes are also possible on Tuesday, with a 5% tornado risk extending from the Dallas-Fort Worth area into southwestern Arkansas and a 2% risk reaching into portions of Alabama and Texas. Northeast Texas into southwestern Arkansas will have a window between 2 and 5 in the afternoon, where discrete supercells could develop and produce tornadoes if conditions align. This is worth watching closely. Overall, Tuesday's setup looks messier, with storms more likely to cluster together and limit sustained tornado development. But damaging winds and large hail will remain widespread threats across the southern tier. U.S. Storm Center will continue tracking this outbreak and providing updates throughout the day. If storms are impacting your area, seek shelter immediately and do not attempt to drive through flooded roads or areas where a tornado warning is in effect. Remember, tornadoversaukeri indi durburstachense gardunder soccer kofferdarden ombekarnador dalkaberdi quars can occur with little or no warning, so don't wait for a warning before moving to shelter if you see threatening skies. Stay with U.S. Storm Center for the latest radar, watches, and warnings as this dangerous outbreak continues